Welcome to the Quality Bites series. It is recommended that you watch the Quality Bites webinars in sequence if you are new to learning about the ADAC quality requirements and the supports available. This webinar is on Stage 2, undertaking a self-assessment or third-party gap assessment against the New South Wales Disability Services Standards. In this webinar, we will look at the difference between undertaking a self-assessment or third-party gap assessment against the New South Wales standards, review the quality subsidy administered by NDS and provided through the Industry Development Fund, and discuss the process of selecting a third-party verification organisation. The disability standards articulate what organisations should do to meet minimum service requirements. At Stage 2, your organisation is checking to ensure the minimum service requirements detailed in the New South Wales Disability Services Standards are in place by reviewing organisational policies, procedures, systems and practice. This process will identify practice areas which meet the standards requirements and those which may not. At Stage 2, your organisation is collecting and collating evidence in a central location, identifying gaps in practice, systems, policies and procedures, and developing an action plan to address those gaps which have been identified. Stage 2 can be completed in two different ways. The first option is to complete a self-assessment. During a self-assessment, your organisation undertakes a planned, process-based review against the standards and identifies issues or gaps which are communicated in an action plan or report. A range of tools are available to assist with self-assessment. Self-assessments require adequate and relevant evidence to be identified and collected. The second option during Stage 2 is to undertake a third-party gap assessment. Third-party gap assessment occurs when a suitably skilled person from outside your organisation undertakes an assessment of your practices against the standards and writes a report or action plan which details the gaps identified during the review. As in a self-assessment, gap assessments require adequate and relevant evidence be identified and collected. Many organisations will use their third-party verification organisation to undertake a third-party gap assessment. But you can choose any individual or group from outside your organisation who has the requisite skills and knowledge to complete a gap assessment. If your organisation chooses to undertake a self-assessment against the New South Wales Disability Service Standards, you will find a range of assessment tools have been developed to assist your organisation with this process, including the NDS Assessment Workbook, which is a hard copy workbook suitable for all organisations but most useful for small organisations or organisations seeking a better initial understanding of the New South Wales standards requirements. There is no cost associated with using this document. The NDS Online Quality Pathway is an assessment tool which provides a simple online solution to meeting a selection of quality requirements, including the New South Wales Disability Services Standards. There is a cost associated with using this online tool, and more information is available on the quality support pages of the IDF NSW website. The Key Performance Indicator Guide has been developed by ADAC and is freely available to organisations in hard copy or can be accessed electronically through the Quality Framework Reporting, or QFR, administered by ADAC. Email qualitynsw@nds.org.au if you would like more information about the self-assessment tools available to support your organisation through Stage 2. A subsidy may be available to assist your organisation with the costs of meeting the ADAC quality requirements. Complete the application form available on the resources page and submit to qualitynsw@nds.org.au to check if your organisation is eligible for the quality subsidy. At Stage 2, your organisation should begin the process of selecting a third-party verification body. Choosing an organisation to conduct third-party verification can take more time than planned, as you may need to collect several quotes, liaise with each provider, and perhaps discuss with senior management or the board or management committee. NDS has a list of approved providers which are accredited by JASANS or ISQA, work in the disability sector, and have existing clients in New South Wales. Review the NDS Third-Party Verifier organisational list on the IDF NSW website. When selecting a third-party verifying body, you should consider the following: the company profile, which is available from the NDS list of third-party verifying organisations. The needs of your organisation. Consider how the various third-party verifiers might support your organisational development. Value from a range of quotes. Cost may play a role in determining the value offered by third-party verifiers. Availability. Is the third-party verifier available to conduct work at a time suitable to your organisation? And your experience as a potential customer. Customer service should be a key determiner. NDS has developed a useful Guide to Choosing a Third-Party Verifier document to assist organisations in the selection process. This document is available on the resources page of the IDF NSW website. At the end of Stage 2, you will have an action plan which clearly identifies gaps in your organisational policies, procedures, systems and practice. You are now ready to address the identified gaps and align your organisation with the requirements of the New South Wales Disability Services Standards. Get more information about the ADAC quality requirements and the supports available by reviewing the idfnsw.org.au website or the ADAC web pages dedicated to quality. Please email qualitynsw@nds.org.au with any questions or comments. Please watch the next webinar in the Quality Bytes series, Stage 3, Filling the Identified Gaps.